The houses represent the personal vehicles that which an individual has created for themselves and is attached to such an extent that this is demonstrated in this manner on the real side. In this experience, we have a mall full of people, the majority of which seem to lack much by way of awareness, demonstrated by their mundane and very routine activities. So this mall would represent the created personal little selves of a large number of people, perhaps the created collective consciousness, and programmed to agree to that which keeps them in very limited life positions, demonstrated by the subliminal drive to buy, consume, cater only for the personal self, and the awareness is disregarded. But we can see how always there are those ready to accept the opportunity, the possibility of something they have never known. Some people are ready to fly, as it were, to get above the restriction of creation, affording better viewpoints that standing real will allow. So anyway, I, in essence, demonstrated something that potentially could spark the real intent recognition of the mall goers. I flew about and above their programmed heads. We can see how the adults generally are far more rigid in their considerations of what they think in their minds life is, and far less likely to recognize the opportunity of the ears, even as it soars above their heads. But the children are far more agreeable to something that makes sense, as every child in the mall wanted to fly too, as they are not quite so self-convinced as they may become as they age and become fossilized with the self-imposed limitations. And of course, the controllers always are watching what we do, and seek to put a stop to anyone sharing the ease, as they wish to keep everyone as slaves, and not escape from lifetimes of endless servitude. In this dream we see how, yes, I could have engaged the controllers and fought with them, but is it not so that by attacking that which opposes our awareness process, we are forging still agreement? We are reacting to them, the ideas they thrust forth, and so we have been baited emotionally, generally, and agree in essence with the ideas they have created, and the cause and effect consequences that must follow as we step out of the new nowness of the is, and are now with our personal selves, and in cause and effect creation. In this case, then, I remained connected to my real self, standing with the is in awareness, and was then able to step around all the situations, all the ideas they threw at me, rather than engage the controllers and get sucked into cause and effect turmoil through awareness and standing with the is. I superseded creation, bypassed the controllers with little trouble whatsoever, and left them far behind. For, being in a state of awareness and connected with our real selves, we can better handle any situation and do what is necessary to survive, keeping the personal self out of the equation. It would be along for the ride, but unwise to allow it to interject into any situation. I didn't supersede the last agent as such, but we have a right to defend ourselves, and so, as he saw fit to attack me, I retaliated. An example of instant karma for anyone attacking someone standing real. Confrontation always would be a part of the individual's experience on their process of awareness, cause and effect required to open things up, to progress further through what we choose to do, and this will bring on the controllers, provide them an opening to intercede. It was to be expected, and part of the reason why it is referred to as risk-taking, and I effectively had blasted open one end of the mall, so had fragmented the created collective consciousnesses of the people who the mall represented, given them an opening, a glimpse into the real universes beyond creation, an opportunity then for them to step into the real light of the true reality. I'm certain the children would have done so. As for the adults, who knows? Maybe they went back to purchasing, adding more things to their basket, adding more layers of ideas to their created consciousness, and forfeiting their opportunity. Dwayne responds, when people are in their self-satisfied position, and someone comes along and shows them there's something else going on, then the unseen individuals controlling others all of a sudden show up. As things occur, they create a cause. Now the effect comes around, and this is how cause and effect creation works. There becomes an opening accordingly, and this is where you become the real risk-taker. Are you ready to be pounced upon? Because this is what it takes to open things up. Most people are not willing to do that, and that's just part of it. Like a soldier going out there, you have to be willing to be shot at and get on with the confrontation, as confrontation always equals something more than just a self-satisfied position, and so become a bizarre risk-taker with us, and become more aware and self-sufficient. Sing new you, and see for yourself on the real side life is, and learn to earn your real freedom into the real universes of the true reality life is with us. No more restrictions or authorities ever. New